Hello everyone, habari zenyu, habari zako, habari yako. Uko aje besti yangu? Sasa mimi naongea Kiswahili kwa sababu tumesha kuja hapa Kenya, tunajenga nyumba ya mbuzi. Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dennis Duke Onyala. I've just been speaking Kiswahili because we traveled roughly around more than 900 kilometers just to reach here in Kitengela, Kenya. I don't know whether it's south or north of Nairobi, but we are in Kenya, Nairobi. Na tuko hapa wanaita Kitengela. The place is called Kitengela. This is where we are building our goat structure of about 200 heads of goat. In fact, 240, 250 more goats is what we are doing. There's been a lot of challenges that I have learned on this particular journey, and of course I'm going to be sharing that with you as well. But most importantly, to show you our projects in Kenya. This is just the first one, but we have a lot more clients that we're going to build such structures for. Now, just to show you, behind me is the field where we're going to clear this maize. Unfortunately, there's nothing to do because the client has identified this particular area as the best suitable area where they want to put their goat structure. Of course, we cannot say no. What we're gonna do is clear this. The beauty is this same maize that is here, or whatever green thing is here, can be eaten, utilized by the cows or the goats at this particular farm. So there is not going to be any loss. Otherwise, in fact, even some of these maize are used for silage for the goats and cows. So not a big, loss made apparently. So I'll be taking you around. I don't want to talk a lot. I want us to go straight into how to construct a raised goat pen in Kenya. Ukitaka tukuje Kenya tukujengee hii nyumba, alafu namba zangu ndio hizi. Text tu kwa WhatsApp ama unipigie, tutaongea, tutaagree na tutakujengea hiyo nyumba. See you shortly. So I am going to start by, of course, explaining everything, and then we shall end right here in the exercising ground or the exercising area. As you can see it, it's the last that we did, so let it be the last that I document as well. So let's start from the structure. These are our ladders that go upstairs or that go up here at our finished structure. As you can see, this time round our client decided we have it one-sided for reasons that she's yet to explain to us. As you can see, she's actually doing quite a lot here, trying to modify this structure into exactly what she wants. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are. This is our goat structure. So let me take you through some of the things that we encountered right here. So guys, this is our field. As you can see, it wasn't the easiest, it wasn't the best area because of the challenges that are involved or that were involved. First of all, it has a steep kind of surface. So again, let me start from wherever we started. So number one, getting material in Kenya is quite hard because unlike in Uganda where everything is readily available, here things are quite different. Like you can't get the exact things that we use in Uganda here. So we had to improvise. Number one, when we went to buy the poles, these poles that we use for, supporting our structure, these particular ones for standing, we did not find the tallest poles that we usually use in Uganda. Take for example, these ones were roughly around 18 feet high or tall. That means that if we wanted a tree or a pole that would measure maybe more than 20 feet, we did not find that, at least where we were here in Kitengela. And the fact, maybe they are there, but maybe because for us we are new, we did not have, the experience where to get them. So where we got this, it was quite a challenge for us, but nonetheless, we had to work with it. So we're going to be forced to add or join these poles to be able to get the size that we want. That's another work added. Well, nothing to do. We're just trying to improvise. Number two, dig the holes, okay? And then digging the holes was quite also a challenge because the soils here are really compacted. we could hardly penetrate through. So what we did, we improvised. We were digging slightly and then pour water and let the water enter into the hole so that it softens the area, and then eventually we would dig the holes. But also another challenge digging the holes, we did not have as many equipment as we usually do have in Uganda. When we went to the timbers now, that for me was the biggest challenge. The timbers in Uganda, the timbers are of about 12 feet, that's in length. Here, timbers are of different, sizes. We have timbers of about 19 feet, timbers of about 20 feet, timbers of about 10 feet. So there were a couple of feet in terms of these timbers. Another thing that I also found out was in Kenya, unlike in Uganda where you buy a whole timber, in Kenya, they sell timbers in meters. Every meter here cost us roughly around 250 Kenya shillings, every meter. Now if a timber is about 18, so every meter of those 18 meters is charged differently, and they actually measure the timber length. That's what you're going to pay for. You don't buy the actual timber like you're seeing it. You buy it in meters. Also, when it came to the roofing, these 4x2 timbers that we used, they were a mess, a total mess. For heaven's sake, most of them were not straight. They had curves, and then we did not get the exact measurements that we want. That also slowed down our work by at least a day. The ones that we quoted were not enough, so we had to go back and then get more timbers, which again becomes a bit costly both for us and the client that we are working with. Lastly, but not least, we also had an issue with the iron sheet. So let me take you to another challenge we had was even the iron sheets here. These iron sheets are not sold like in Uganda. They are sold in meters. Not like in Uganda where you just buy a full iron sheet, a complete iron sheet. Here, they measure meters and they sell you in meters as well. But also, if you measured from here to here, the width, you realize that in Uganda they're about 3 feet rather. But here in Kenya they're about 2.5. So initially we had not measured this thing. We just, went with the number. And when we reached roofing, Jesus Christ, we had a lot of issues. We actually missed by 2, or we were less by 2 iron sheets. And that's what we had to order again. Again, it looked like we didn't know what we were doing. But when it came to the chain links, my oh my, it even got worse. Number one is they are not as hard as the ones we have in Uganda. I don't know why, whether it's us who got the wrong gauge, but these were the ones that were a bit stronger, but they are not as strong as the ones we have in Uganda. I think this company, and worst of it all, there is no labeling of the company, so I couldn't trust them, and I'm not even sure whether it is the meters that we think it's gonna be, because in Uganda we usually have about 17, 16 to 18 meters. At least they are labels, or it's labeled, so it's very, very easy for you to know. But here it's quite difficult and it's a bit costly. Another challenge, the roads to exactly where we are constructing. Oh my goodness, I was like, when are we finishing this work? But again, everything is an experience on its own, but that's what we've been able to do so far. So as you can see here, one of my guys is trying to put this black DPC Cavera or polythene bag. Polythene. Why we are doing this is because another thing that I have also observed in this area is the fact that there are a lot of termites. In fact, let me go around and show you. If you do not do this, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge for you. We cannot guarantee you the longevity for this kind of structure. So guys, we had to buy some sand for the structure because, well, for some reason termites were a problem and the client suggested we put some concrete, which we shall be of course showing you later on. So this is how we are putting our concrete on these poles, so as to ensure that the termites don't affect our poles. But as you can see, this is our complete goat structure. We had to, separate places. This is gonna be for the males, and the other one is going to be for the kids. Okay, for our babies that are going to be born. Just on record, this is what we usually do for mostly our clients. My boss, Crystal, is actually trying to modify this structure into something that she did want to look like.
Yes.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
How are you?
Wonderful.
Please talk to us for a minute. Let me hold so
Okay.
that we both use it.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm great.
Welcome to Kenya.
Thank you.
Me being
Asante.
Ugandan, it's like I'm Kenyan.
Right.
Because we're all Africans, we are all one. How are you?
Wonderful.
First of all, why did you contact us? Because I know there are lots of people out there in terms of doing this same work that we do. But you chose us.
One of your videos, I liked the structure and the stability of it.
Okay.
As far as the elevation, I know there were several different designs, but I liked the openness and then the ability to modify it inside the way we were wanting to for the milk stands.
Okay.
So the area you left us in between the pens, we'll put the milk stands there.
Okay.
And then we'll put milk stands on each side of the pen.
Okay.
As far as us dividing it, we chose to divide it to be able to put hay in between for the moms and the babies. So we will separate them at night so we can milk them in the morning.
Okay. Oh,
And we liked your structure, so the stability of it and the sturdiness and the design, it looked very neat and we liked it. So
there's usually what we call in Uganda what you ordered versus what is delivered. Is it what is delivered to you? Did we meet your expectations?
yes, you did very well. We really like it. So.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time I'm interviewing a client. I've never interviewed a client. Most of my clients are usually out of the country, so they usually don't get the chance to actually see their structures. But we are really, really happy. First of all, another thing that, guys, I need to tell you is that Crystal and a group of others are actually working at, they did, of course, build this for an orphanage. What does this mean to you?
We've been here. This is my third trip here. I love Kenya, and I just love the people. So just being able to offer something for the children that will provide for them. There's so many options with goat's milk. And so just to offer that resource that they can utilize and be able to benefit from it and even sell it and share it with others. So I'm just grateful to be here and to be able to help in any way I can.
Thank you for speaking to us, and may God bless you. And that's all I had for you today, ladies and gentlemen, in case you want this particular structure in Kenya. So depending on how far, we can always, customize the budget to fit what you want. But do contact us on these particular numbers here on the screen, and I'll be more than glad to come to your farm and we build such an amazing structure for you in Kenya. Watu wa Tanzania tunakuja anytime we are coming to Tanzania. So just keep locked, keep subscribing. Nawapenda sana wajameni kutoka Kenya, wamama na wababa na ndugu zangu zote wa Kenya. Tunapenda sana. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Among the people that watch this channel are Kenyans. Mungu awapatie chochote mnataka. Nimekubali, I remain Dennis Duke. Until then, it's a goodbye.